I'm Rusty Solomon.
I'm Ryan Soloman.
And I'm Ray Solomon.
Oh, I started farming with my grandpa and dad several years ago, and then we took over from my grandpa, and then my dad retired, and then the boys come along, and that's how that started.
Just Ray and I being the fourth generation, it's exciting to carry on our family legacy and to hopefully continue and grow what my dad and his grandpa has built for maybe Ray and I and our kids to come someday. It's just exciting for me.
Yeah, just spending every day on the farm, you go to work with your dad and brother. I mean, you can't beat that. So learn new things every day, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
It has its moments, but sometimes they listen and sometimes they don't. So when they listen, everything turns out great.
For me, just growing up around it my whole entire life, it became more of a lifestyle than a career for me. Just saw the way my dad and my brother were able to do things in the way they had them planned out, and I knew that I wanted to be a part of that. And then when I went off to college, I knew that I wanted to further an education in agriculture. So I learned what I could at school and hopefully to bring it back to the farm.
Kind of when Ryan came back from school, you know, there's always more steps to precision, and we just started adding on to the corn planter, and every year you could just tell that you just needed to make a change and improve to the newest, latest technology, and it seems to be beneficial, and you can tell it's been improving every year. So all this valuable land that us younger generation, you never know who could be farming it, but slowly but surely it's disappearing, and it's raising. It's competitive in certain areas wherever that development is, and it's not going to get easier. So
it's hard for us to buy ground now because the growth. There's so many farmers that have a lot of money now that can buy and pay more, and it's just the ripple effect from the growth. It's just hitting us.
Just to build off what they said, it's really made it difficult for the rural community, especially farmers, to grow their operations. It's made it quite impossible, like Ray was saying, to even consider buying ground because of the ripple effect that this industrialization has caused. It's just impossible for a small family like ours to buy dirt just because they don't make any more of it.
No, we haven't been asked to sell any land, but we do have some in some development that's going to disappear in a couple of years probably, and then it's going to affect their future even more. In 15, 20 years as it goes west, it's going to get into some of their ground, and it's just going to be a long effect here on this. Well, working with BaneWelker it's really easy. They're 6 or 7 miles from us. Working with the service manager and the service department, I've bragged about them a lot. I mean, they're here when we need them. I can call them, and we don't hardly ever have to wait on a service call. If we're down and they got the parts, it's fixed. I mean, that's what I like. As far as the sales goes, we don't buy a whole lot of new stuff, but we do occasionally, and we're transitioning into a new salesman now, and but he's accommodating, and he's always right there with the prices, so yeah.
Once again, from growing up, I've been in BaneWelker, the Lebanon store, since I was a little boy, so the relationships I've had with Dale, I just feel like, you know, you call him and he just gets the job done for us and charges the service stuff, and the relationships with kids that me and Ryan have met and talked to over the years, we can always call them for advice. They're just easy to talk to, and a great staff.
Yeah, just the service that BaneWelker offers is super helpful. I mean, just from troubleshooting an issue over the phone, whether to making a service call to the service manager and getting someone out there to help us, they're super accommodating, like Dad said. Even the parts counter guys, awesome to deal with.
Well, usually when we use it, the service manager, which I say Dale, I mean, you got several service managers, but at our Lebanon branch, Dale will say, hey, we can use this productivity account and you can have interest-free for how many, whatever they come up with, a couple hundred days, 300 days, and that's when we use it, when Dell recommends it and it fits our program out here. So we have started using it the last 2 or 3 years again.